Hi there, welcome to my views on news. Thanks for joining the live chat session. Can you hear me, viewers? Thank you for responding with yes. Four main topics in today's live chat. Thank God that we have managed to resume live chats, though still signals average. So let's hope that we can continue these live chats. Hopefully on daily basis or most days of the week we'll host live chat so that firstly Middle East, where for a year now war has been ongoing, but the two developments of the last 20 point towards a likely bigger escalation. Are we going to see a new war in the Middle East involving several countries? Secondly, a member of parliament from the Amhara region today raised very important questions at the House of Representatives. Today, House met to approve the Ethiopian government's deal with the IMF. Parliament raised some pertinent questions about the deal. Thirdly, it seems that two Fano commanders were fighting in Gojam. Colonel Getahun and Zameen Akasi reached some sort of understanding. And lastly, Birr, floating exchange rate of Birr. How long will it continue floating? When will it set? Twice today, Birr went down against the dollar. We'll kick off the live chat. Aphilas is the first one who commented today. He says, welcome. A new name for me, Aphilas. How are you, Aphilas? Kash Ahun Bukito says yes. I remember by the name of Kasich, there was a lady. I did some videos during Tegarai war. She supportive of Tegarans. She was based abroad. If I'm not, my memory is not very strong, by the way. Mikios Amdo joined, says hello. How are you, Mikios? Let's start, viewers. Because internet speed is unpredictable here, so we should just get going. Firstly, the Jafar Jamal joined too. Welcome, Jafar. How are you? I am fine. Let's start from the Middle East, viewers. In the last 24 hours, Israel carried out two main attacks, targeting two key figures in two different countries. Israel is fighting a multi-front war, and so far it has been able to defend itself, able to inflict losses on its rivals. A strike in Beirut, Lebanon. In that attack, Hezbollah's deputy chief was killed. Fuad Shokar is his name, one of senior killed last night in Beirut in an attack by Israel. Confirmed. Hezbollah confirmed today that Fuad has been. Kasich says that that different Kasich. Okay, I will just Uh, we have Elim Tisfo, Harry. Welcome to all of you. Harry says bad signal. Any problem with audio or video? So the first leader was killed, and then Tehran was hit. Iranian capital, and there Ismail Hania was targeted. Ismail Hania, the most senior leaders of Hamas, head of political wing, serving, working in Hamas for decades. The man saw the birth of Hamas, and Hamas and for Ismail sacrificed for this Palestinian struggle in the past. His sons, his grandchildren were killed in the past too. Thank you, Nahom. Nahom joined too. So, death of Ismail Hania confirmed. Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader, today announced to take revenge. He said, since Hania was killed on Iranian soil, it's the responsibility of Iranian government to take revenge. What would be the meanwhile? All several major airlines have suspended flights to Israel. Israel could come under. Thank you, Saeed Ali, for buying this a barrage of missile, rocket, drone fires from all sides. That is why uh, all major airlines are suspending their flights to Israel. UN Security Council is meeting, an emergency meeting is ongoing. Hassan Nasrullah, uh, Jafar says, team very choppy. Well, that's the best uh, networks to stay connected with you, but this is what I can manage so far. No other alternative I have. I have bought two networks for these live chats. Uh, UN Security Council meeting. Hassan Nasrullah is due to speak tomorrow. What will he announce? He will announce to take revenge. Uh, by the way, Ismail to Turkey. What will Iran do? Israel has managed to kill two senior officials of Hezbollah and Hamas in just 20. Will be a reaction? Yes, there'll be a. What would be the gravity of the reaction? I don't know, but I think, by the way, people said tonight is very crucial. I think tonight nothing will happen because will be laid to rest tomorrow. His funeral led by Khamenei in Iran, then his body will be transported to Qatar. Fuad will also be laid to rest tomorrow, I think. So things will happen in the next 2 to 3 days. Fuad and Ismail Hania, the Iran and Iran-backed proxies will respond. They will react. Will there be reaction from countries to in support of Iran? That remains to be seen. Overall, it seems that now the go on. Houthis, they have involved their proxies in Syria too, in Iraq, in Lebanon. The killing of senior leaders of Hamas and indicates that now this war will intensify. Let's hope that other countries are not drawn in, because if several countries, Middle Eastern countries, are drawn into this war, the war could spread fire. So, coming 1 week is crucial for peace and stability. Israel is hell bent on neutralizing its rivals. It has decided that it wants to neutralize all, no matter what the cost is. It has banks and European countries, people of Gaza suffering, Palestinians suffering, massive human rights violations there. Graded significantly due to this ongoing operation by Israeli forces. So Hamas is not in a position now to wage a full-scale war on Israel. On the other hand, West Bank is divided. West Bank was never fully supportive of Hamas, but maybe Ismail Hania's death could change things. Maybe Palestinians will use the consequences. That is why it is making big moves. It is hitting targets in other countries too. Iran, Yemen, Lebanon, all these countries have been hit. Let's see how the things unfold in coming days. Johannes says, "Hello, man. Thank you so much for your videos." Thank you, Johannes. Just one quick comment. One of the viewers commented in section today. He said, Sajid, in April, you made a video about Birr. You said Birr was going to be devalued considerably. People should not real estate property. They should, if they have hard cash in their hands, it will be devalued. He said, Sajid, I listened to you back then, and now I feel I made the right decision. To hear, by the way, I just got information from the horse's mouth to say the truth that IMF was demanding a bird devaluation. Then I made a video. I told you what's going to happen, and those who list made investments back in April, I think they made the right decision. By the way, don't take an eye war to people who watched My Views on News. They said that My Views on News helped them a lot. They changed their, they moved from place to place, the coverage of war on My Views on News. So it's an honor for me when I hear from people that they got support, indirect support for the reporting. When they acknowledge that, believe me, it gives me so much support to just keep going. Sayyid Ali says the highest level in Islam is Shahada, and Ismail is rewarded. Is the point which I mentioned in the last video. I said killing of senior Hamas leaders won't end this conflict because these Palestinians believe that they won't abandon. Have martyrdom is not to be afraid of. They have martyrs in every home. So they take pride in having martyrs. You cannot kill each and every Palestinian. Solution can only be found at the table. Alim says, Sajid, your dressing is not attractive. Please wear beautiful shirt or t-shirt. Well, I just returned from a gym. I took a bath. I had a meal. Then I'm very casual about my dressing, by the way. Outlook on my dressing. I'm more concerned about the work, the content. So that's why this part is neglected. Secondly, yours, a member of parliament, some very important questions at the House of Representatives today. The House met today to approve Ethiopia IMF deal. I said, I used the word rubber stamp parliament for this parliament. A minister wants, the parliament approves. No real debates are held. Parliament is not taken on board. Government, PMRB and his kitchen cabinet are making decisions. That's not surprising. Symbolic in most of the developing countries, underdeveloped countries too, most. Abebo Dasaleo is a member of parliament from Nama, National Movement of Amharas, from the Amhara region. Today, when House met today, House of Representatives, he raised some very important questions. He said, executive is making decisions. Legislature is not part of decision making. Decision is with stamps. This is what the role of parliament is according to the government. But the constitution says that when it comes to economic policies, government must all the parties approve such policies. Now, when big economic package has been approved, macroeconomic reforms are being introduced, PMR of these reforms on his members of parliament did not know. After PMRB's social media message, a meeting of the parliament was called and announced the agreement with the Ethiopian government. He said, according to Article 89, Section 6 of the Ethiopian Constitution, government alone cannot make big decisions about economy. Very valid, very important point. But who cares about it? The government does not. Regulate conflict. Without conflict resolution, how can foreign direct investment increase? Who will invest in Ethiopia? How can export? This is what Jawar said as well. Again, very valid points. But Nama has just a few members of parliament. One of them is in prison, Christian Tadale. PP members don't oppose government's policies. Almost unanimously approved the deal with IMF. No one raised serious questions. No serious discussions were held. Because already government has agreed to implement macroeconomic reforms. This is in Ethiopia now. Go to the government. This is what government wants parliament to do. That it should approve whatever the executive, the government is deciding. Thank you, Jamasgan. Michael Zaidu says, government went broke, government took loan, it was not about the people and will never be. Thirdly, make peace. They have reconciled. Zamina Khan and Colonel Getahun, they fought in recent days. People killed on both sides, but Zamina Kasi got, I think he managed to corner Colonel Getahun. Reportedly, Getahun has apologized to Zamina Kasi, and Zamina Kasi has managed to take control of Colonel Getahun area as well. The issue has been solved with Zamina Kasi in a way expelled Skandar from Gujarat. Colonel Getahun tried to assert. Zamina and Gondar Fano surrounded him. He was heard crying, calling for support. His in fighting between two Fano groups. Later, the matter was solved when Colonel Getahun submitted to the authority of Zameen Kasi. So Wisdom Fano has managed to Zameen Kasi reported. Lastly, viewers, Birr, just a few words about than will live chat. So much uncertainty about Birr. Everyone has his own analysis of where the Birr devaluation will end. Some say 100, others say 150, some say 200. Uh, Birr or floating foreign exchange system. Government obviously cannot fix it. The Birr will change its value according to it forces demand and supply. I think at some point government will have to intervene. At some point, how can you keep it floating so much? I mean, it must stabilize at some point. If the floating is 5 on daily basis going up and down, it will never lead to stability. Again, I'm not an economist, by the way. I just try to understand as a layman. I believe that if the government does not enter, this footing could be problem. I'm not saying government should fix it, but in some way, government will have to intervene. Exchange rates cannot be totally left to a market in a country, not the US. It's Ethiopia, where so many cartels are operating, where you never know about the men in power, about their intentions. There's very strong black market. You cannot completely control the black. I'm unable to understand when people say floating exchange rate, you'll see changes. I firstly think government will allow the bird to decline to a certain level. Government will intervene indirectly to stabilize it. That's what my understanding is. Where will the government intervene? This is the question. Will it intervene at 90, 95, 150? I don't agree that government will leave positive in the exchange rates. I think after the Birr crosses 90, government will intervene. It won't let it go past 100, I believe. Damascus says Ethio 360 and Skandar group due to the arrest of Assegid. At least Damascus, now people are acknowledging the financial irregularities. People were saying, no, there was no dispute between Assegid and Mekatao, between Skandar and Zameen Kasi. So now it has been confirmed. Those who were just blindly playing Fano or and they were trying to mislead us as well. Now they are confirming. Now they're taking sides, by the way. Some support Skandar, others support Zameen Kasi. USD as alternative currency. Who made deals in USD in Ethiopia 3 to 4 months ago, 5 months ago, don't you think they'll be at a disadvantage now? I mean, officially, Birr was 50. Now the Birr is 81. So if someone bought a house in US dollars and while he was paying in Birr, according to exchange rate. It means that now you'll have to pay. Uzil joined after Uzil is from Turkey, or he has some connection with Turkey or for years. Save the declares Great Republic of Romania. Why would he? If a man has a whole country to rule, why should he just? He can rule entire country. He does not need to announce the establishment of Greater Rome. With 31 minutes have passed, I think we should end the live chat session. It was good to be with you. We managed to complete the live chat gradually. Today's day, I tried to answer your questions. I tried to read your comments too. Again, I would just request if anything is missing, it is not being covered on my views and news about Ethiopia, do get in touch with me and do contact me through Gmail, SAJID672000, so that we can ensure full coverage of the main events happening in the Horn of Africa. Thank you for watching. It was good to be with you. I'll be back tomorrow. Stay blessed. Stay happy. Bye bye.